On January 11th, 2002, the Center of International Learning held their 10-day workshop in New York City. This year's international workshop was dedicated to discussing how we can create a sustainable world. The Center of International Learning, or CIL for short, seeks to promote the deeper understanding of international issues from the grassroots level. The workshop included participants from Zimbabwe, the Philippines, Germany, Colorado, New York, and many New York-based community organizations.
I hope and I pray that as we spend this time together, we will grow in learning what it is to be an international community.
25 representatives were present for most of the 10 days. Another 200 people joined them in various activities and discussions. The workshop process incorporated many communities and cultural landmarks that New York City has to offer, as well as an intensive 3-day meeting of the core participants.
How can everything be new?
The trips into the community, as well as intensive meetings, address social, ecological, economic, political, and spiritual issues as they relate to building healthy communities.
I'm on staff at my church, and I feel that my strongest affiliation is with my church community. You know, I feel that
In the workshop, there were many ways that these dialogues took place. Some incorporated viewing films. After the viewing, groups will be put together to discuss reactions and other related topics.
We had a really lively discussion, and as you can barely tear us away in here.
We started initially talking a lot about the issues of poverty both in the urban community and in the rural communities, and how the lack of attention to poverty per se was making all the other systems grow, and that it should have be the reverse.
An intergenerational dialogue was held after children from the Incarcerated Mothers Program painted murals with workshop participants, using each mural as a symbol of an action or dream of creating a sustainable world. For 3.5 days, the core participants retreated to the Spelman Center in the Bronx, where they used open space technology to examine how they can build a sustainable world.
What came to me the first time to be in the open space issue was very, very new to me. And I like the management, I like the way it went. That is what I was explaining, that it gives everybody an equal footing in participation.
Over the 10 days, there was much to be said about the broad coverage of topics discussed and places visited. There were also lively talks about school reform and drug use.
One avenue open to them, and that's drugs, because that's something anybody can do.
They don't leave the corner, so somebody is bringing the drugs in, and that's the problem. Should be stopped, because the one that they catch the kids out there on the corner selling drugs, then they give them 5 or 10 or 15 years, still getting the person that's bringing in the drug, that's distributing them, because they never leave the corner.
And nothing will stop anything, because if somebody's standing in line to take his place, and the person who's bringing the drugs in is still bringing the drugs in.
Still bringing the drugs in. That's right.
As the days passed, it became more and more clear what communities need to create sustainability.
An end to child abuse, and an end to abuse by the media pitting different groups against each other.
For me, was the idea sustainability. It's a thing with many colors. It's not a line straight away. It's very it's difficult and different, and and it needs it needs colors. That's the idea.
There was a visit from a local artist, a certain James de la Vega, who is known to almost all New Yorkers for his sidewalk art. James was born and raised in East Harlem and returned there after getting a degree in art from Cornell University. He uses his painting to reflect on the communities in hopes that they will come together. The workshop was designed to focus energy, and it did. There were lessons on how to properly greet people in Zimbabwe. There were trips to museums and rides on the Staten Island Ferry. And when the 10 days were over, you could almost see the transformation. Many had come from far away, and to bring all these cultural ideas together for an open discussion left much to be thought about. When grassroots groups come together, it is like a family. And for the members of CIL, this gathering was like a family reunion, but with very high priorities.